watches. And in particular, today we have imoo Z1 and imoo Z7. But before starting talking about these watches, I want to remind you that if you have any question, you can write in the comment. Let me know what you want to know more about, and I will give you more details. If you are interested in any of these kind of watches, you can go on our website to have more information or to buy one. So now we can start talking about the imoo company, which is born in 2015, and it's launched its first series, and then in a few years he gained popularity in the market. And especially with imoo Z1 and imoo Z6 in 2021, he gained so much popularity that now he holds the top position in the world for these watches. And everything started with a simple question, but as you, I think, agree, the answer is not as easy as the question, because the question was, what gift can I buy for my kids? And this question born from Mr. Kimi, who was in a business trip and he wanted to find the best gift to give to his son. But actually, I think many parents can have experienced at least once the same situation, because in some special occasion, such as the birthday or Christmas and other events, they want to give to their kids something special to make them happy and make them feel loved by you. And it's not so easy to find something to give to them, but these watches, imoo watches, could be the answer. And why? Because these watches are not just simple smart watches. They are like smart watches designed specifically for kids that allows to stay connected, both kids and parents. So they are very important. And the second main reason for the creation of these watches is the fact that they allow you to have the very strong connection between the kids and the parents. So it means that the parents can stay connected to their kids, they can understand their physical condition, their emotional condition, but also the location in real time, but also the past location. They can text the kids directly from the smartphone to their watches. They can also make a call or a video call, everything with these smartwatches. At the same time, the kids can send messages, make call and video calls to their parents, but also with friends. Because as we will see in the details later, they can make easily new friends, and then they can stay in touch with them and have a good experience with them. So the main features about these watches, especially for the imoo Z7, I think is the dual camera. Why the dual camera? Because it's very innovative and allows your kid to have many different functions that usually you cannot do and have with normal smartwatches for kids. For example, you have the smartwatch, your kid has the smartwatch on the wrist, and he received the video call from you or from some friends, and then they want to show you his face, of course, and you as a parent, you want to see the face of your kid, and he can do very easily just with the front camera. But then if you as a parent want to see the environment in which your kid is, then he can easily flip up the watch to show you the environment, and you will see clearly the place where your kid is with no problem, because also these cameras has a very high quality, because the front camera has 2 megapixels and the rear camera has 5 megapixels. That means that your kid can show you the environment in a very clear way. And this camera allows your kid not just simply have a very good video call with you or with his friends, but also he can take a picture or make a video in a very high quality with the both front and rear camera. But also in this case, having the rear camera is very practice and useful, because if he wants to take a picture of something, he can just easily flip up the watch and take the picture of what he wants. And usually you cannot do this with normal smartwatches, because if they have only one camera, you need to flip your whistle or do something like this, and then, as you can imagine, is not very comfortable, because then the person on the other parts can see the environment flip, and if he do something like this, he cannot be sure of what he is showing, and he cannot see your face during the video call. But with the rear camera, the back camera, this is not a problem anymore, because he can still see what he is showing, and he can see also the other person, and at the same time he can show the environment, take photos or make a video in a very easily way. And another important feature about these watches is the water resistant, because many times maybe they play like playing with water or outside, and these watches are designed specifically for kids. That means they are very resistant in very different conditions, such as the low temperature, high temperature, under the water, with sands. They can resist almost everywhere. And we can try together later. I can show you that the watches are still working also under the water or inside the ice. So stay connected. In this way we can explore and see together every features in the details. And very important is also the location system, because allows you as a parent knowing always the exactly location of your kids in real time, but also you can go back up to 14 days to see the past location of your kids. That means that you can always see the location of your kids in this moment, but you can also go back up to 14 days and see the past location of your kids. And maybe you are wondering where your kid goes, and you want to know where exactly he go. You can easily check the location from the application that you can download for your smartphone, and then you can check the location of your kids to be sure that he doesn't go in some places that you don't want to. And as I mentioned before, these watches are very useful for your kids, because he can use them to easily connect with other people. He can easily add new friends, because the imoo Z7 has features that allows your kid to add friends just simply bumping two watches. That means the kids can easily make new friends, know more people, new people, and it's not just about add new people, but it also a possibility to stay and keep in touch with the people you meet. And it means that your kid, once adding the new people, he can send a message or make a call or a video call with them, and in this way he can stay in touch and have more experience. But he can also make some challenge, and he can also he can also make some challenge with the friends, and this means that they can have healthy competitions. Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay, okay. And Mr. Keith, I see that you want to chat, I think. I'm not sure if you are asking this. If you have any question, you can easily chat, say something, ask a question in the comment, and I will try to answer to your question and give you more details. So another important features about these watches is that they can have more safe environment compared to other kind of watches, and of course more than a normal smartphone, because as we know nowadays it's very easy to find content in internet, every type of content in internet, and maybe you as a parent don't want your kid to see all of this type of content, and you can easily manage the content that your kid face with the smartwatch from the application that you have on the smartphone. And he can also not access to some sensitive content, and he cannot meet stranger people. He can only meet people that you want, and you can manage all of these settings from the application on your smartphone. That means that your kid is in a very safe environment, and you can control almost everything from the application on the smartphone. So this was just a little introduction about this kind of watches, but we can see together the details in the details of these watches together. So if you are interested, you can go on some e-commerce like Shopee and Amazon, or just simply going in our website, and you can easily choose the model, the color that you prefer. Then we may rearrange the shipping in just 2 days, so you don't need to wait. The shipping is very quickly, and you can find the imoo Z7 just for 219 and the imoo Z1 for 129. So you don't need to wait, because if you buy the watches, you can also have 15 days return with no reason. That means if you just want to try the watches, if you are curious about them, you can take one of them, and if you are not satisfied, and actually I don't know why you shouldn't be satisfied with these watches, but anyway, it's normal because everyone has personal interest, and you can change your mind, or maybe at the beginning you bought the imoo Z1 and then you want to choose in you want to change in imoo Z7. You can easily do it in this 15 days return with no reason. And you also have 2 years of warranty. That means that we want to show you that these watches have a very high quality. So if you have any problem, you can contact our customer service, and then we will provide to help you, and you don't need to worry about anything. So now I think we can start, and we can see together some of the main features about these watches. Yeah, we can go together. I will change the camera here, and together we will discover the features of these wonderful watches. When you unlock the watch, you will find the home screen, which allows you to see the time and the date. But if you swipe on the left, you will find the contacts section, in which you will able to make a call or a video call with your contact, or easily dial a number to make a call or a video call with someone. Then you can also see the past recent call and video call that you made and received. And you can also swipe down to see the shortcut to the main important functions, such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, the torch, the vibration or sound mode. You can arrange the volume directly from here, or the brightness. Then from here we can swipe on the right to find the chat section, in which you can choose the chat that you prefer. You can open one and see the messages, the media that you sent and received. And it's very easy to use it also from the watch, because if you want to make an audio, you can easily hold the button here and then the record will start it, and just release it to send it. And if you don't want if you want to listen about this audio, you can just simply touch the audio to listen it. And if you want to send a text messages, you can just simply type the letter from here, or you can change the layout of the keyboard in the number here and also the symbol you have. So very practical and very useful. But in the chat section, you can also swipe on the right to find the stickers that your kid can use to express more himself. And he can also add more from here. And if we swipe one more time on the right, we will find the album, the camera, and the video. And what this application allows your kid to do is very simple. The first one, the album, allows your kid to see the photos that he has on the smartwatch, and then he can send one. And the camera allows your kid to take a photo in real time, and then he can send in the chat. And the same for the video, but you can record a video. Then if from here we swipe down, we will find the habit. And the habit is just like a virtual friends that help your kids to have more interaction with other people. For example, he suggests him to use the bumping mode, and the bumping mode we will see later that allows your kid to have to add new friends. And here he can create a challenge with other friends, so he can easily stay in touch and have fun together. And on the right, your kid can find the virtual me that allows your kids to earn points to unlock items and to compete with friends and just have a little bit of friend and customize his avatar. And finally, if we swipe one more time on the right, we find all the application that these watches allows your kid to find. And the first of all, the first application is the Add Friends mode, and it's very simple to use. It's just open the app and activate this mode. And in this, with this function, he can easily add new friends and stay connected with them. And very important is also the steps mode that allows your kid to see the number of steps that he do during the day, and you can also see the ranking compared to other friends, and as you can see here, and he can also put a like to the friend score. And very important are the health and the fitness mode. The health mode allows you to allows your kids to monitor his body temperature, the heart rate, and the blood pressure. And this means that your kid can always know the real-time body temperature, heart rate, and blood pressure. But you, as a parent, will be also able to go back and the previous days to see the complete overview about your kids' physical condition. And very important to know is also that with the temperature and heart monitoring, we need you will be notified in case your kids' temperature and heart rate rise too much. That means if they are too high, the value are too high, you will receive a notification on your smartphone. And I think this is very important because it means if your kid has any problem, you can contact him and be sure that he needs help, or maybe it's just it's not a problem, he is fine, and you in this way you can do something to be sure that your kid is good. Maybe you can send a normal text message, or you can make a call and a video call to contact him. And related to this health mode, we have the sport mode that allows your kid to have to start an activity and record his progress, such as the swimming, skipping, running, and sit-up activities, in which your kid can see the distance, the calories burned, the duration, and also the heart rate and many other settings that you can see from the smartwatch, and you have a more complete details on the smartphone, on the application that you have on the smartphone. So this means that your kid from the watch can have an overview about his health condition, but you as parents have a complete overview on your smartphone. And also the sport mode, the fitness mode, allows your kid to see the rank of his position compared to other friends, and he can also see the inventory, because as I mentioned before, for customize the virtual me you need to unlock some item, and one way to earn points is by making activities and competing with friends. And as you can see here, we find some items that are already unlocked, but others in gray are not unlocked yet. And yeah, this was about the sport mode. So I think it's very important, because your kid can have overview about his condition, but you as a parent, you have the complete overview about his condition, and you can understand his progress, his improvement, and if he needs help. Then we can move on to the next application, which is the level related to the point, and you can earn points also by daily check-in, or you can see the point that you have, and you can see the ranking compared to other friends, and finally you can send and receive some gift from and to friends. So this is another way for your kid to stay connected with friends, to socialize, to have an unhealthy challenge with them, and also a way to earn points to customize the virtual me. But we can move on to the next application, which is the album. And the album, very simply, is the place where you can find all the photos that you took with the smartwatch, and you can easily manage them by hold your finger on them, and then you can delete or cancel, come back if you are not interested in deleting them. And now we can see together how the camera works, and it's very simple but very important, because the camera, as you already know, are two. So you can both use the front camera and the rear camera. To use the front camera, just need to open the camera and you can use it with no problem. And to use the rear camera, you can easily flip up the watch without even open the application of the camera. I can show you better from here. I just flip the watch and the camera is activated. So that means that your kid can quickly take pictures and videos about the environment, and in a very high quality, because I need to remind you that this watches has a very high quality, because the front camera has 2 megapixels while the back camera has 5 megapixels. And this means that your kid cannot just simply have photos and video in a high quality, but you as a parent, if you make a video call with them, you can easily see them in a very clear way. And in addition to this camera, you need to know that these watches has also the AI scanning, which is very important in my opinion, because your kid can see the environment and maybe he don't know something such as some insect, animal or plants, and he want to know about more about them. He can easily take a picture of them, and then with the AI scanning he will understand what the other things are. And we can try now together. I have, for example, a pen. I can try with you guys, and with which here. This is a pen. I open the AI scanner and I take photos of this pen. So now I took the photos about the pen. The watch is loading the result, and yeah, the watch said that this is a ballpoint pen, and this right, this is a pen, as you can see. And some situation for your kids very useful could be, for example, when he play outside and he want to explore. We know that the kids like playing outside. They want to explore the environment, know more about the things that surround him or her. So this is a very funny way to learn more about the things around them, and also to have fun, because if they know more about the things around them, then they can enjoy more the experience outside. They can also share this knowledge with some friends and have a complete experience, a funnier experience together. And the next features that I want to talk about with you is the sticker cam. Very simply, the sticker cam is like a camera, but with not so much problem, with some filters. And another space nut, I see that you think is not high quality, the camera, but actually this watch is compared to other smartwatches can offer you a very high quality, because if you make a video call from the smartphone here and you want to see your kids, or you want to see the environment, then you can see it very clearly. And also you can take photos and pictures that are in a high HD quality, that allows your kid to have more experience. And compared to other smartwatches, this is very high quality, and very few smartwatches can do the same. Or I mean, the imoo 7 is very complete, because you can well, you can take the feature of whatever you want, and then you will have HD quality photos or videos. And even during the video call, you can see clear the kids from the other side. So if you have any question, feel free to let me know in the comments, so I can answer or give more details. And if you guys are interested in this kind of watches, you can easily find them in some e-commerce, or you can easily go on our website. If you don't want to go on Shopee or Amazon, you can go on our website to find all the models. You can choose the one that you prefer, and also you can you can choose the different colors. And the price is very good, because you can buy the imoo 7 just for 219 euros and the imoo Z1 just for 129 euros. So if you are interested, don't wait, because if you buy now, you will receive in just 2 days, very quickly. You will receive these watches, and then you can give them as a gift to your kids. Then you can also have 15 days return with no reason. That means that if you want to try one of these smartwatches, you can take now, and then in 15 days you can return them with no reason. And for example, also if you buy the imoo Z1 at the beginning, but you change your mind, you can easily change in 15 days and buy the imoo Z7. And you also will have 2 years warranty, so don't need to wait. You can buy right now, and we will arrange the shipping today, and you will receive in just 2 days. We can move to the next features of this watch and discover it together. But before doing this, I want to show you that these kind of watches resist also under the water. Now I will put this watch under the water, and I will show you that it's still working even under the water. So let me put here. Now it's under the water, and we can try to open it, and yeah, as you can see, I can unlock it, I can change use some application, and it still work with no problem even under the water. And I want to show you also that these watches can receive video calls under the water. We can try together right now. We can easily make a video call from the smartwatch, from the smartphone to the smartwatch, and even under the water it still works. So now I'm making the call, and as you can see now the screen of the watch is changed, is raised, because it works. He still receiving the video call, I think you can see from the camera. And now I turn off the call, and as you can see the screen is changed again. So this means that these watches are very resistant, and you don't need to worry about your kid to break them, because they can resist in a very different conditions. And I can show you guys also that these watches resist and still working even inside the ice. And so that means that you don't need to worry if the outside is raining, if your kids like playing with water, or if he want to swim, he can still use the smartwatch, he can still receive video calls, and it's very important. So I can show you that these kind of watches resist also inside the ice together, because today we have the smartwatch in the ice. So I asked to bring me the smartwatch with the ice. Yes, okay, perfect. In just few minutes we will have. And that means that these watches are very resistant, because yeah, as I just said, they can resist in a very different condition, and they are designed specifically for kids. And as we know, kids like playing with water, with sand, with ice, everything. And I can show you here that this watch is in the ice. I can switch also in the other camera so you can see. This is ice, and the watch still working. As you can see here, I can unlock it, I can open the chat, I can use all the different applications, and still working. So this means that these watches are very resistant, and you don't need to worry about your kids could break them. And if you have any question, if you want me to do anything, you can just simply type in the comment and ask a question. If you want to have more details or know more about some specific application or feature of these watches. So now we can see together some features about these watches. Okay, the next features we can discover together is the funny cam, which allows your kid to have a smile contest. And the smile contest is very easy to do. You can easily open the camera, take a photo of your face. I just tried right now, and I took the photo of my face, and then the watch gave me a score. Now I made 85 score, but I think your kids can have a higher score than me. Your kids can also do the same thing with some friends in the smile contest. It's designed specifically for more than one person. You can do it. As you can see now, the watch is trying to give a score to both the people, but we don't have. So it works with two people. And also the virtual avatar is a funny way for your kids to have fun. You can take a photo about his face, as I just did, and then the smartwatch will generate automatically an avatar from the face. And as you can see right now here, I'm the magic fairy and my score is 616. So your kid can play with this. Maybe he will have a higher score. And as you can see, this watches doesn't have any don't have any games, because this is not the reason of these watches. We don't want your kid stay on the watch to play video games. We want your kids to explore the world, have fun, stay connected with friends and parents. So these functions are just to make your kids have a little bit of fun while he is playing outside. And in this way, your kid can also have a more enjoyable experience. We can see other options together. For example, I can talk about the shake. The shake is just a very basic application. You can take the watch, and as you can see here, the watch say to shake. So we can try to shake. Okay, maybe I need to put it on the whistle. Anyway, the shake features allows your kid to earn some points in a funny way, because then the watch will play a sound of an animal, and also in this way your kid can learn some animal sounds that maybe he don't know. And the messages, I think it's important to talk about this, because as you can see here, the watch say that you need a SIM card, because to connect these watches to internet you have two different options. The first option is to use a SIM card, because you can open the slot in the back of the watch. I can show you here. You can open here and insert a SIM card to connect the watch to internet, or the second way is to connect the watch through internet through Wi-Fi. So you have two possibilities, and I think both of them are very comfortable and easy to do, and they both allows your kid to have access to internet, but in a safe way, because usually with phones you cannot be sure about the content that your kid face in internet, but this problem could never happen to your kid. And we can move to another features which is the storage. And the storage allows your kid just to see the storage that the watch has, the free storage, and also how much storage every application has. And from here you can easily also remove some data to free up space from the watch, and in any case directly from the application on your smartphone you can move the files from the smartwatch to the smartphone or wherever you want. And we can also talks about that these watches allows you to have a complete customized experience, because with these watches you can personalize almost everything. You can change the theme, the animations, the icon, and many other things. We can try together to change something. So for example, I go here in the theme section. I can open here the mine, and we want, for example, to change the wallpaper. We can do it. We can do it easily from here, the theme. We can use it, for example, this pink one. And if we want more, we can easily download more from internet. And now I changed, so let's check together if it changed. And yeah, now it's pink. Before it was blue. You can also change many other different things. For example, the animation that appears when you flip up the watch. And we can try together here. Now we are using this green animation, but we can change in this purple, for example. We set use, and then we can save. Yeah, I will turn off the watch. I flip up the watch, and as you can see now the animation is purple, both when you flip up and both when you flip down the watch. And from here you can manage almost every different settings, but it's important also to know what you can do with the setting function. You can manage easily the brightness and the screen time out. This allows you to have control about the brightness if you want less or if you want more. And you can also change the screen time. For example, we can set 5 seconds and come back to save. And yeah, after 5 seconds, you will see that the screen will turn off. But we want more time. Yeah. You can also change the sound mode, the volume. You can set a different music for the calls and the messages when you receive a call, a message, or a video call. Directly from here, you can choose between many different sounds. And also you can change what happens when you flip the watch, because maybe you don't want to open the camera, you want the video, or you don't want anything happen, and you can decide that from here. For example, now, as you already know, if I flip the watch, the camera will activate. But if I set none, and I will save it, and then I will turn off the watch, I flip the watch, and as you can see, nothing happened. But if I change here, I put camera, go back, and then turn off and flip the watch, now the camera will open. So as you can see, with these watches you can manage almost everything. And also important is that you can manage the unlock settings, because you can set a password if you want to protect more the watch. Just left a slide to unlock, or if you don't want anything. For example, we can change now together no lock screen. I go back, I turn off the screen, and then turn on again, and as you can see now I don't need to slide to unlock the watch. And many other different settings. So I just want to show you guys the main features that you can find on the smartwatch. Of course, there are many other features that your kid can explore by yourself, and you as a parent don't need to worry about the safety, because you can manage all the application, all the information that your kid has directly from the smartphone, the application that you have on the smartphone. So that means that your kid with these watches is in a safe, completely safe environment. and you cannot meet strangers, see some sensible content, or spend the whole day in the video games. So we saw the main features about the watches, and we can see together also what the application on the smartphone that you can download for free from the App Store, both for Android and iOS phones. And together, just one more time, I want to remind you that if you are interested, you can buy these watches by simply going on some e-commerce and such as Shopee and Amazon, or you can easily go on our website to choose the model that you prefer and also the color that you want. You can choose for the imoo Z7 between light blue and light pink, and also you can choose different color for imoo Z1. So if you are interested, you can buy imoo Z1 just for 129 euros and imoo Z7 just for 219 euros. So you don't need to wait, because if you buy it right now, the watches, you will receive this in 2 days. You will receive a box like this. This is for imoo Z7. It is very wonderful, the box, and also you can find the watch here. So you can also enjoy, if you buy these watches, about 15 days return with no reason. That means if you want to try one of these watches, you can easily take one, try by yourself, and if you are not satisfied, and actually I don't know, I cannot imagine some reason why you shouldn't be satisfied. And anyway, it's okay, because everyone has personal taste, everyone wants different things, has different needs, so you can return these watches in just 15 days with no reason, and you can also enjoy a 2 years warranty if you buy these watches. And so one more time, if you're interested, go on some e-commerce or on our website to find these watches. So I can show you now the application that you can download easily on your smartphone. First, when you open the application on your smartphone, you will find the chat section. That is just where you can find all the chat that your kid has on his smartwatch. And for example, if we open one, we can see all the history, the message that your kid has sent, that he received, if he sent or received any media like photos, videos, and also if he made some call or video call with some friends. And if we don't want to have this history, we can easily cancel and clear it from here. And yeah, also change the background. But if we move on the right, we can find the location, and allows your kid, allows you as a parent know the real-time location of your kids. But it's not just simply the real-time location. You can also see the 14 days location, because you can go back up to 14 days to see the route that your kid has made. For example, we can go here, the last Wednesday. We can see the route that the kid has done, and you can move the cursor, you slide, you can see where your kid started and where your kid ends. Pietro Torrielli, I see that you have taken one smartwatch for your kids and you really enjoy it, so I'm very happy to hear that. And if you want, you can follow us on the social medias like on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. And Alessandro, I see that you are wondering if the battery is enough long, And yeah, the answer is yes, because it has 740 milliampere. That means that these watches can last up to 100 hours. And you don't need to worry about this because you can charge maybe during the night, and then they can last also maybe for 2 days or more. And you can also set the low power mode if you have low battery, and you can manage this directly from the application on the smartphone. And I can show you here how it works. For example, we move to this camera to go on the low power mode here, and you can switch directly from here. And in this mode, the watch will work with different features, and you cannot open some application, and your kids can still see the time and also make and receive calls with the emergency contact. I see that you are asking if it lasts more than 11 hours. Yeah, because it lasts up to 100 hours. So
charging per day.
Yeah,
Every day.
yeah. You can charge every day, and it lasts for all day. You don't need to worry about this. The battery has 740 milliampere, and yeah, this is how the low power mode works. So if the power of the watch is too low, you don't need to worry. You can set this low power mode. If you guys have any question, feel free to let me know in the comment, and remember to follow us on our social medias like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. So we can move. We can come back here to the application that you can find on the smartphone. And the first one is the watch contacts list. It's very simple. Is the list of your kids' contacts, and you can manage all of them from here. You can see the mobile number, you can change the nickname, and you can also delete the contact if you don't want, because as you already know, you can manage all of the features, all the settings from here. And you can also see the request pending processing from here, because when your kids want to add more people, you need to approve the requests. That means that you always know which people your kid has, and you can manage all of them from here. And we can talk about also about the class mode. The class mode is very useful, I think, because allows you as a parent to manage the time of your kids, and it means that if you don't want your kid to use the smartwatch in a specific time, for example during the school or during the night, or in every time you don't want your kid to use it, you can easily set the schedule of your school time, or maybe other period that you don't want, and then your kids won't be able to use the watch anymore as normal. And the watches, Pietro, I see that you are asking, are very resistant. They are designed specifically for kids, so you don't need to worry about your kids could break them, because they can resist under the water. They can also resist in the ice. As you can see here today, we have ice. I can show you with the other camera, and the watch is inside the ice. And if we try to use it, we can do it from here. We can unlock it. Now my finger. Okay, I cannot press the button, but anyway, as you can see, the watch is still working. So they are designed specifically for kids, and as we know, kids like playing outside. They like playing with some sands, water, and whatever. So you don't need to worry about him could broke them, because they are resistant. They can resist in different conditions, and yeah, you don't need to worry about that. Yeah, if you have any other question, you can ask in the comment, and if you want, you can follow us also on social media, and in this way you can stay connected and updated with us. We can come back here with the class mode that allows you to set the time, and we can try together now. For example, I can set a time that we want. Now is 4:57, so we can change. For example, here we can say 4:58 and 4:59. So save, and now the low power mode is still activated. I need to switch. Okay, as you can see now, the watch is normal, and the old application are still available. But once the time will change, in the class mode will activate it, and then your kids can just only see the time and receive or make some call with the emergency contact. That means that your kid can always set contact with you. And yeah, right now it's changed because the time is changed. So as you can see here, the words say kid study hard, because it's designed specifically for the class time, but you can use whenever you want. If we try to use the application, we cannot because they are not available anymore. And if we try to exit, the words say we are in the class mode, so we cannot exit from this mode. But we can still make some call with emergency contact, and we can still receive the emergency contact. And that means that your kid is always safe, and you don't need to worry about this. Alessandro, I see that you are asking which are the difference between this kind of watches and other smart watches for kids. And actually there are many differences that make these watches unique compared to others. We can start talking about the dual camera, because it's a very innovative way for your kids to take photos and videos in a very easy and comfortable way. But also during the video call, they can show their face with the front camera, and if they want to show you the environment, they can simply flip up the watch and use the rear camera. And you need to remember also that these watches has a high quality, because the front camera has 2 megapixels and the rear camera is 5 megapixels. That allows you to have a clear image of your kids, and you can see clearly the environments. And another important feature is the location system, because it, according to GPS, GDS, Galileo, and so on, these watches with AI allows you to have the exactly location of your kids, not just simply in real time, but you can also see the past location up to 14 days back. That means that you can always know where your kid is and also where your kid was. So if you are afraid, maybe if your kids go in some dangerous place, or if you don't want your kids go in some specific place, you can just simply check from the application that you have on the smartphone, and you will know the position of your kids. And also, because these watches are designed specifically for kids, so they are really resistant. As you can see here, the watch is under the water and is still working. I can show you, for example, now I can unlock the watch and I can still choose the application that I want, I can put again inside the water, and these watches can also still receiving video call under the water. We can try it together right now, and I make a video call with this watch, and as you can see now the screen is changed because it's receiving a video call, and I can show you even here. Now I will turn off the call, so you will see that the screen will change again. And also, compared to another smartphone, these watches allows you to do many things, and for parents allows you as to have more control and to manage everything, because your kids can have access to internet, and you can access to internet. You don't need to worry about which type of content your kids face. Goldie, you asking if the kids can play some video games on this kind of watches, and the answer is no, because these watches are not designed for playing video games. We don't want the kids spend too much time on this kind of watches. Is not the main reason of these watches. But anyway, if your kid want to have a little bit of fun, he can use the virtual me, compete with friends, or use the funny cam or the sticky cam, and in this way he can have fun together with friends, and in a very direct way, because these watches allows your kid to add friends and then stay connected with them. But these watches don't want your kid to just simply spend time on the watch and waste time on video games or social media. And this is another characteristic that differ these watches from other normal smartwatches or a smartphone. And also because these watches can connect to a normal smartphone directly through an application, and the application is designed specifically for this kind of watches, so they cannot face other content outside the application, and you can manage everything directly from the application. We can see together some features about this application here. And we can see, for example, the app disable, and it's very simple. But I see that there's another question, and Santos Padilao, sorry for the pronunciation. Anyway, you are asking if I have Z6 now, and unfortunately today we only have imoo Z1 and imoo Z7. However, if you have any question, you can ask in the comment, and I will do my best to answer to your question. And also I recommend you all to follow us in the social media such as Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, to stay updated and to don't lose anything. So we can come back here to see what the app disable do. This is very simple. You can find all the application that your kid has on the smartwatch, and you can manage them from here. For example, if you don't want your kid use the album, actually I don't know, it's just an example, you can manage from here. You can set no limit, for example here, and as you can see the album is normal now. But if I try to restrict the use, then the bright of the application is changed. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, now it's darker. And if I try to open it, the watch say that the parental control is activated, so the app is disabled, and the kids cannot use the application unless we change the setting from the smartphone. And we can also choose with the time limited, that allows us to set a time that we want to our kids use the watch. For example, now is 60 minutes, so our kids can use the watch only for 60 minutes. I mean the album application only for 60 minutes, and then what happened after 60 minutes? The kids cannot use the application anymore. So this allows you as a parent control the behavior of your kids with the different application, and you can also set a time for the full smartwatch directly from here, the watch health management. You can see it, you can see the time that your kid spends on the watch, and you can see both for today and the past 7 days, and specifically every application that your kids have used. So you can see which application your kid use the most and which use the less, and you can set a time. For example, if you don't want your kids use the watch, for example, for more than 60 minutes, you can also choose which application can count in these 60 minutes. And for example, if you don't want limits for the sport mode, you can save, remove from the list, and now all the time is related to the other application except for the sport mode. Anyway, in any case, your kid can still see the time and make and receive call with the emergency contact, even if he exceeds the time that you set. And these functions are always available in every mode, both for the class mode, both for the screen limits, and even in the low power mode. That allows your kid to always have a safe way to stay in contact with you. Remember also that your kid can make a call easily with the emergency contact easily by drawing a C. But we will see these features later, because I see there's another question. We don't have black watches. We have the light pink and light blue for imoo Z7, and we have light pink and light green for imoo Z1. So you can choose between these different colors, choose the one that you like the most. And if you are interested in buy this kind of watches, you can easily make an order from some e-commerce like Shopee or Amazon, or just simply going on our website to choose the model and the color that you like the most, and then you don't need to wait, because in just 2 days you will receive a box like this in which you will find the watch, the smartwatch. So you can buy them just for 219 euros for the imoo Z7 and 129 for the imoo Z1. You don't need to wait, because you will receive them in just 2 days, and then you have 15 days return with no reason. So that means that if you just want to try them, or if you are not satisfied, and actually I don't know why you shouldn't be satisfied, but it's fine. Everyone has different tastes. Someone prefer Android, someone prefer iOS, and this okay. You can return these watches in 15 days with no reason. And you can also have 2 years warranty. That means if you have any problem, you can contact our customer service and we will help you. So Goldie, I hope I answered to your question, and if you have any other worries, or if you want to know more about some specific feature, just let me know in the comment. And I remember you, and I suggest you to follow us on the social medias like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to stay updated and don't lose anything about us. So now I can come back to the emergency contact call, and it's very simple to use, because you just need to write a C on the screen, then the screen rises up and your kid can easily make a call. I can show you also with the other camera from here. Now the watch is off, but if I draw a C, the quick dial call will appear, and the kid can easily start a call from here. This is important because allows your kid to make a call quickly and in a very safe way, because maybe, I hope never, but it could happen, your kid cannot show his hands or he has the hand on the back, and it can start a call in any case, just simply drawing a C on the screen. So as you can see, these watches are designed for kids to ensure their safety and to make you as parents connected with them. We can see other features together about the application. We can go back here to see the fitness section, in which you can find the step counter, the calories burned, and the duration of the activities that your kid has done. And for example, now it's loading too much. Anyway, you will be always see the activity that your kids have done in here. You can see the number of steps that he made, the calories that he burned, and the duration of each activity. You can also see the distance, the heart rate, the average heart rate, and many other features directly from the application that you have on the smartphone. And okay, I open again and I can show you right now. We can come back here in the fitness. You can see the past records. Now we don't have, but if, for example, if your kids make a run, or he go swimming, he can record these activities and they will display on the phone, and you can see all the details from the application on the smartphone. So we can talk, yeah, I just forgetting that you can see not just only for today as your kid on the smartwatch, but also you can go back in the previous days to see all the details about the previous days. And you can change also the setting from here if you want to change the daily goal, such as the calories burned per day. If you want more or if you want less, you can change from here. And the same for the fitness, the duration, you can change from here, and also for the step if you want more or if you want less. And other data are just to make some performance determination in a more accurate way. Okay, we can move to the health mode that is related to the fitness mode, because allows you as a parent know about your kids' physical condition, such as the body temperature, the heart rate, and the blood oxygen. This is very important because in some cases you can prevent also some disease, and I can show you how. For example, this is the body temperature. You can see the temperature about all the day, but also in the previous day. And very important to know about the body temperature is that if the temperature rises too much, then you will notify on the smartphone that the temperature is too high. And in this way you can take contacts with your kids to be sure that he is good and if he needs some help. Goldie, I see that you are asking if you can change the background and put some photos or whatever you want, and the answer is yes, because with these watches you can customize almost everything, like the icons, the background, the theme, and the animation, the sound, and almost everything. I can show you right now how you can change the background. So first of all, we need to unlock the smartwatch. Then we go in the setting here and go down. Oh no, sorry, we don't go in the settings, we go in the theme, because from here you can customize all the most important settings. For example, if you want to change the wallpaper, you can do it from here. You can customize, and as you can see here, he asks you to add a photos, and now we don't have the one that you are requiring, but for example we can put some, this one, let's show some ducks. We can confirm, use this background, and now I think if we go in the home screen, now we can see the duck here, and your kid can use any other images or picture that he wants. So as you can see, you can manage, customize, personalize everything on the smartwatch, and your kid can enjoy this by expressing himself through these different settings that he can find on the smartwatch. Anyway, you can also change the background directly on the application on the smartphone. Yeah, okay. I can show you right now here. If you go down, you can see photo wallpaper, and from here you can open, you can add photos, and you can choose if you want to take photo or select from the album. And yeah, now we don't want to change, but anyway, you can do both from the smartwatch and both for the smartphone. And we can come back to talk about the health, and I show you how the body temperature worked, but I can show you also the heart rate and the blood oxygen. Very simple. It's just the blood oxygen that your kid has and the heart rate that your kid has, but also in the previous past days. And even in this case, it's important to know that if your kid has any problem, I mean the heart rate raised too much and it's too high, then you will receive a notify on your smartphone, and even in this case you can make a call or text him to be sure that he is in a safe condition or if he needs some help. And this health monitoring, I think they are very important because allows you as a parent have a complete overview about the condition of your kids, and you can prevent some disease in some case, and also you cannot just simply have the overview about the physical, because I can show you now that you can find also the emotional monitoring, such as the mood. You can see, we can go back maybe here to see the different mode, maybe here. Okay, I cannot see others, but anyway, how it works, it's very simple. You can see if your kid is happy, if he feels pleasure, good, calm, and or not so. And in this way you can understand better his feelings, and maybe you can understand better if he needs some specific things, if he need to stay closer to you. And with both the physical and emotional monitoring, you have a complete overview about your kids, and you can understand many things, help you to have a better relationship with him and understand better his needs. Now we can move on and see another characteristic together, which is the historical track, because I didn't show you before better, but I can show you right now. For example, here on Wednesday you can find the exactly route that the kid has done, and you can see where he started and where he arrived, and the exactly time in the exactly location. You can also play the animation from here that allows you to have more experience in here. You can see the pace that he made during this route, the distance and the time from here. You can stop or you can continue watching the animation. And this is important because as you can see, you cannot just simply see the exactly location in this moment. You can also go back up to 14 days and this way you will be always know you will be always able to see the exactly location now and in the past. So if you don't want your kids go in some specific place, you can check from the application. Or if your kid is outside playing with friends and you are curious or wondering about his position, just simply open your smartphone and check the position of your kids. That's another way for you as a parent to be sure that your kid is in a safe condition and to don't worry about him. Okay, we can see, for example, the schedule power on and power off, and even in this case, very simple and very similar to the class mode. You can set the time when you want to start this mode and when you want it to finish. And what happens when you activated this mode? Once you set the time, then your kids cannot use the watch anymore because it will turn off. And if you switch this button here in the button, your kids cannot turn on the watch anymore. Even if he try, the watch won't turn off on. So this is important because if you don't want your kids use the watch anymore, then you can set this mode, and during this mode your kid cannot use the watch anymore. And maybe during the night or I don't know if you want in some specific period during the day, you can easily manage all of this period from the application on the smartphone. You can also see the button that allows you to reject unknown calls from strangers, because as you can see here, the calls from strangers are blocked. That means that your kid is always in a safe environment because he cannot receive call from strangers except for the contacts and the friend that he added with his watch. And this is very important because your kid can only have contact with friends and you that register at the beginning the code with the smartwatch or another smartwatch or the PIN code that you can show on the watch. For example, there are too many ways to add new people on the watch. The first one is just simply bumping two different watches, and then your kid can easily add new people. And also he can he can show the PIN code. We can see it together here. You can show the PIN code from the watch at the bottom. You can find it here. The other people can scan the code to add the watch, and you can also show the code directly from the smartphone. Here you can find the QR code that the other can scan, and in this way they can add the watch. We can go also further, but I see there's another question. I see that Alexander is asking that someone is interested from Arabia, but actually I'm not sure about the shipping cost. You can go on some e-commerce, you can check the local commerce and such as Shopee and Amazon, or you can easily go on our website to see the details of the shipping cost and all the costs related to these watches. And I need to remember you that if you buy these watches, you can do it just right now. You can choose the model, the color, and in just few days, actually only 2 days, you will be able to receive the watch, a box like this that I think is very cool. But not just simply the box is cool, also the watches are cool. And then you can also have 15 days return with no reason. That means if you are not satisfied or if you change your mind, you can easily send them back. And also they offer you a 2 years warranty. That means that the quality of these watches is high, because we want for you the best. And we can continue like watching here, and we can talk about the Find My Watch. So if your kids, for example, lost the watch, you can lock the watch from the application on the smartphone, and then you will be able to lock the watch, and the other person who find the watch cannot use it anymore. But if it's just near you, you can use the location to find it again, or you can play the sounds to find it again. So this is important when your kid, for example, remove the watch and then he don't remember where he put the watch. Maybe before the shower or in some situation, but I remember you that you can still wear the watch even under the shower, because these watches can resist under the water, and they are designed specifically for kids. So we expect that maybe kids use these watches even with water and soap and so on. They can resist it. There are many other features here in the application. I wanted to show you the main important features that you can find with the application on the smartwatch. I remind you that you can download the application for free on your smartphone, both for Android and iOS phone. So you don't need to worry about this. And also the application is designed specifically for this kind of watches, so it's not related to any other external application. That means that your kid is in a complete safe environment, and allows you as a parent don't need to worry about your kid to face some content, because it's not possible for your kids to find external content such as video games and social medias, because nowadays it's very simple to very easy to come across to some content, actually every type of content. In social medias you can find everything, and you as a parent cannot control the content that your kid can find. So these watches are important because allows your kid to stay in this safe environment. And also, if you want to give to your kids something to stay connected with you, you don't need to give them a smartphone, because but first is the price of a smartphone is higher than these watches, and second, with the smartphone you cannot control the content that your kids face, such as the content on social media. You cannot control the time that they spend, and maybe they can spend also the whole day on scrolling social media, and maybe you don't want this for your kids, I don't know. And also, if you don't want your kid to spend the whole day playing video games on their phone, because these watches are designed for kids from 4 to 12 years old, so maybe they are too young to see all the internet and what the internet can offer to them. So maybe a middle way could be these watches, because they allows your kid to have internet connection, stay connected with you and with their friends, but in a safe environment. That means they can easily send a message, make a call or a video call directly from the smartwatches to the other friends' smartwatches or to another smartphone. And in any case, you can always control the contact list directly from the application that you have on the smartphone. And these watches allows your kid also to have a more enjoyable experience about the world, to have more fun outside. And why, you are wondering? Yeah, because they have a dual camera that allows your kid to take picture in a very high quality picture and also videos, because these watches, especially the imoo Z7, are have the very innovative camera, which is the dual camera. It means that your kids can use the front camera just simply to show his face and the rear camera to show the environment, and you can also your kid can also take picture and photos, picture and videos in a very high quality, because I need to remember you that the front camera has 2 megapixels while the rear camera has 5 megapixels, so that allows you to make video call with your kids in a high quality. You can see them clearly and they can show you the environment also clearly, and take picture and videos in a high qualities. In addition to this, these watches has also the AI scanning, which means that your kids can use this camera to scan the environment, maybe some object, some object, or maybe some animal, insect, or plants around him, and then he will be able to understand them. Because especially when the kids are young, they like to explore, to discover things, and the AI scanning allow them to do this. We can try together right now. I can, for example, use this toy. This is a small duck, and I can show you with the other camera how it works. So this is our toy, our duck. I will open the AI scanning, flip up the watch to use the rear camera to take the photo. Okay, I took the photos, and now the watch is loading, and we will see what the watch will say. Oh, it load. Yeah, it say that this is a toy, and actually it is, because it's just simply a plastic duck. And yeah, as you can see, this is just a funny way for your kid to have some good experience and to discover the world. Then we can think about some situation in which these watches are very useful. It can remind, for example, the period in between the house and the school, in which maybe your kid go to school alone, or he or she needs to take the bus. And what happens if they miss the bus? Yeah, this could be a very it could be a problem, because they cannot contact you if they don't have anything such as these watches or a smartphone. But if they have these smartwatches, this is not a problem, because they can easily make a call or a video call with you, and then you will aware that their situation. You can do something to help them, just like go there and take them to the school. And another example could be, for example, another example, anyway, if your kids want to go outside and play with friends, and you cannot maybe go there with him or with her, and you are wondering where they are going, what they are doing. But with imoo watches, you don't need to worry about this, because you can always know where he go or where she go. And if you are wondering about what they are doing, you can make a video call with your kids, and then they can show you the environment with the rear camera. They can talk with you, they can show you that they are good and they have fun, and you can also see his face or what they are doing. So this is also another way to share the moment together, because especially if you are at work, you are busy, or if you have any appointment anyway, and you cannot stay physically with your kids, then with these watches it's just like you are there with your kid, because you can live the moment together, share the moment, and have fun together. And this is very important for me, in my opinion. So we can do a little recap of the main important function of these watches. And just let me drink a little bit of water before. Okay. The first things that I want to talk about is the water resistance. The water resistance, as you can see, allows your kid to still use the watch even under the water, because I can show you now that even if the watch is under the water, I can still use it. I can choose from the different application, and it's still working. These watches can also receive video calls under the water. We can try also together right now. It's very simple. Just let me open the app. Then I make the video call here, and as you can see, now the screen is changed because these watches these watches can receive video calls under the water. Now I turn off the video call, and as you can see, the screen changed again, and it came back to the app section. And what does it mean? It means that these watches are very resistant, and I can show you here even they can still working under the water, under low temperature, because I have a watch inside the ice here. I can show you that it's still working. I can move, and as you can see, I can press the button here to show you that it's still working. I can use it, I can open a chat, and it's still working even if it's inside the ice, as you can see. So these watches, as you can see, are very resistant because they are designed especially for kids. And as we know, the kids like playing outside, they like playing with water, with sand, and they can resist almost in every situation. And yeah, this was about the water resistance. But we can also talk about the GPS system that allows your kid to but more than your kid, allows you to have better knowledge about your kid position. For example, you can see the real-time location in it means the location that your kid is in this moment, but you can also see the back location of your kids. You can go back up to 14 days before and see the real time, the exact location in which your kid was. And it's very important because you cannot always stay with your kids, and if they have these watches, you don't worry about their location anymore, because you can always check the location on your smartphone. And so if you are wondering about where your kid go, or if you don't want your kid to go in some specific place, just check the application on the smartphone to know the position of your kids. And also the possibility for you to go back and see the past location, I think is very important, because maybe now in this moment you are working, you are busy, you cannot check in every moment the location of your kids. But with this function you can go back, see the place that your kid visited, where he went, and yeah, you can know exactly which was the route that your kid made. And very innovative for these watches is the rear camera, because as you can see, these watches has the rear camera, the dual camera. And it's not just simple the dual camera, but it's the dual camera with HD qualities. It means that you can use the front camera to show your kid can use the front camera to show his face during the video calls, and the rear camera to show the environment, or to take the picture or videos about the environment. And all of this in a high quality, because I need to remember you that the front camera is 2 megapixel and the rear camera 5 megapixel. And very important for the dual camera is just that differently from another smartwatch for kids, that has only one camera, your kid can easily use the rear camera in some situation, and he don't need to flip the whistle or do something like this to show you or to take a picture of the environment, because this is very inconvenient and uncomfortable. Because if you do like this, then you will see the environment flipped during a video call, so it's not very comfortable. But if you do something like this, then he cannot be sure about what he's showing you. And also, if you want to take a photos, it's very difficult to take a photos like this in a very good I mean a good photos like this, it's more difficult. This won't happen with the imoo watches, because you can just simply flip the watch and then use the rear camera in a video call to show you the environment, what he is doing, and to take picture or videos in a very easily way. And then these watches can connect to internet, and to connect these watches to internet you have 2 different ways. The first one is by adding a SIM card in the watches, because they have a slot in the back here, and you can insert the SIM card inside to connect the watch. But you have also another way, which is connect the watch to a Wi-Fi. And with these 2 methods, your kids can connect to internet, but it's not the wide internet you know, because all the content that he can see through these watches are controlled by you from the application on the smartphone. And this means that these watches are very safe for your kids and very useful for you as a parent. So I think these watches are not just simply made for kids, but also they are very useful also for parents. I mean, you will give this to your kids, but then it's like a gift for yourself, because you don't need to worry anymore about your kids, because you can check almost everything about him on the application on the smartphone. You can see the real-time location, the past location, you can see the physical monitoring, so you can track his physical condition. You can also see the physical, the emotional condition, sorry. And you can see the chat that he has. You can see the who he contact, for example, friends, and who make a call with or a video call with, and many other things directly from the application that you can download easily for free from the App Store to your phone. The application is designed both for Android and iOS, so you don't need to worry about this aspect. You can download for almost every phone. And also this application is designed specifically for these watches, for this brand, so it's not related to any other external application. We don't sell your data to other companies, and you can easily manage everything, every settings, every data, and every features that you want from the application on your smartphone. If we want to talk about other main features of these watches, I can say the way to make new friends and then stay connected with them, because these watches are very useful to your kids to make new friends. He can do it by two different ways. Actually, one is very easy. We can say that your kids can make friends just simply bumping through different watches like this, and then instantly he will add new friends. And yeah, this is the first way to add new friends. But if you want to add friends in another way, you can show the pin code that you can find both from the smartwatch and both on your smartphone. You can show this code, and the other people can scan the QR code to add the device. And in any case, you as a parent can see all the requests on the application on the smartphone, because when your kid wants to add new people, he needs the allowance of you, and he needs your permission. So you have to accept the request from the application on the smartphone. And in this way, you have the complete control about the people that your kid has on the smartwatch, and you can manage all of them. If you want to change the nickname, if you don't want someone anymore, you can simply delete them from the application on the smartphone. And that means that your kid can easily make new friends, know more people, new people, and extend his social area. But it's not just simply expand the sociability, it also to keep in touch with the friends and build some very deep relationship with them, and so they can be very true friends. And it's very simple with these watches, because the people can stay connected to each other by simply sending a text messages or make a call or a video call to each other. And also they can compete in some challenge or ranking, the weekly ranking, to have some of health competition that allows your kid to stay healthy, to have fun, and to build some relationship, some deep relationship. And another feature of this watch is very important is the class mode, because if you are wondering if your kids use this watch in some moment that you don't want to, maybe you don't need to worry anymore. Without maybe you don't need to worry anymore, because you can set the schedule, the class mode, and just simply putting the schedule of your kids inside the application on the smartphone, and then your kid won't be able to use the watch during this period anymore. He can still only able to see the time and making and receiving a call for to the emergency contact. That means that you can always manage the what your kids can do with a smartwatch, and also it allows you to have the certainty that your kid can always contact you if he needs some help or if he's in some dangerous situation, because you also need to know that these watches allows your kid to easily start a video call with the emergency contact just simply by drawing a C on the screen. And as you can see, now the screen is raised, so the kids can press the button to start a call. I can show you better from here. Now the screen is on, but if the screen is off, you can easily draw a C on the screen, and then you can press the button to start the call with the emergency contact. This is important because in some situation, I hope never for your kid, but anyway, it could happen and your kid can use this function. He cannot or she cannot show the hand, or he has in the back under the table or something like this. He can easily draw a C on the screen to start call with emergency contact. So these watches, as you can see, are designed specifically for kids to prevent some inconvenient situation and to ensure their safety. And you as a parent don't need to worry about this watch anymore. So if you are interested, I remind you that you can find these watches in some e-commerce such as Shopee and Amazon, or you can find them on our website. You can choose the color and the model that you prefer. We have imoo Z1 and imoo Z7. I recommend you this, and you can easily buy imoo Z1 just for 129 or imoo Z7 for 219. And you also, if you buy it right now, you don't need to wait, because you will receive in 2 days a box like this. And inside the box, what you can find, you will find the smartwatch. And the smartwatch, as you can see, is very beautiful, I think, because both the box and the smartwatch are very cool. Anyway, it's not important, this is my opinion, but the fact that you can also have 15 days to return the watch with no reason. And for example, if you want to try these watches, you can take one and try by yourself, and then if you're not satisfied or if you change your mind, and actually I cannot think about some features or reason that you wouldn't be satisfied about these watches, but anyway, it's okay because everyone has different tastes. Someone prefer Android, someone prefer iOS, someone prefer Mac, and other Microsoft. It's normal, and I can understand. You can even return these watches in 15 days with no reason. Then you also have 2 years warranty. That means that if you encounter any problem during this period, you can contact our customer service and we will help you in any situation. So don't need to wait. You can buy right now just simply going in some e-commerce like Shopee, Amazon, or you can go on our website and buy these watches right now. And these watches are made because actually 2 main reasons. The first one is that to understand the first one, we need to come back up to 2012, in which Mr. Kimi was in a business trip, and during this trip he was wondering about a simple question, but actually the question is simple but the answer is not, because I think you can agree that the question is, what gift can I buy for my kid? And I think you as a parent can understand this is not very easy always find the real gift for your kids, because you want the best for your kid. You want to show them that you love them, and you also want to give something that make them happy. And maybe an answer could be these watches. Why these watches? Because they are the perfect connection between you and your kids. They are the perfect middle way, I think, in this area in which everything is online. And while you with a smartphone you cannot manage the time, the content, and the usage that your kid can do with these watches. You can have the complete control, and you can see the time that your kids spend on them. You can see the people who he stay in contact with, and you can see also the location. You can see almost everything directly from your phone. So this is also a very useful way for your kid. If he needs some help, he can chat you or call you or video call also. So these watches are made for kids, but actually are very useful also for parents, because yeah, of course, when you give them, you will give them to your kids, but it's the physical parts to your kids, but the I don't know how to say, anyway, it's enjoyable experience also for you as a parent, because both you, your kids, and you as a parent can enjoy about these watches. Your kid can have them during the day. He can explore the world through the AI scanning. He can share moment with you with the chat section. He can also stay make new friends and stay in touch with them in a very easily way. But you as a parent, you can see all of these features on the smartphone. You can understand better your kids through the health mode, sport mode, the emotional tracking, the physical tracking, and of course with the location system. So all these features are made for both kids and parents, because this allows to build a bridge between the kids and the parents. So don't need to wait. You can buy right now, just simply going on some e-commerce such as Shopee, Amazon, or just simply going on our website to find the watch, the model, and the color that you prefer, that you want. And don't need to wait, because just 2 days and you will receive a box like this in which you can find the smartwatch. Yeah, you open and you will find the smartwatch. And also you have 15 days return with no reason, so you can try them, and then if you are not satisfied, if you want to change from imoo Z1 for example and you want imoo Z7, you can return during this period and we will arrange you everything. And also you have 2 years warranty with these watches, so don't need to worry about this aspect. And also I remember you to follow us on the social medias like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, to stay connected, to stay updated. And if you have any question, you can ask us in the comment, or let us if you want more details about some specific features. So once again, I can show you the main function about these watches. First of all, you need to remember about the dual camera. Dual camera that allows you and your kid to have an enjoyable experience because of the HD quality. The front camera has 2 megapixels and the rear camera has 5 megapixels. That means that during the call, in the video call, you can see your kids in a clearly way, but you can also take picture and videos of the environment in a very clear way, and in a also not all, just only a clear way, also in a comfortable way, because you can just simply flip the watch to show the environment, take a picture or take a video. And the important to know is also the AI scanning that allows your kid to explore the world, to discover new things, and yeah, to discover the world and enjoy more the experience with outside, because he can understand better what the things are that surrounding him. Or maybe if you want to know more about some specific animal or some insect or plants, you can use this function to know more about this. And another important feature is the water resistance, because as you can see here, the watch is under the water but it's still working. You can also receive video calls under the water. It's not a problem if your kid use these watches while they are swimming or if outside it's raining. So if you are interested, you can go on our website to buy these watches. And for today is everything, and see you next time.